And now let me give you the 8 reasons which I strongly believe. And because of these reasons, I didn't pursue my job career after completing my MBA. So the very first point I want to highlight is that continued maturity and strength of blockchain. So when the idea of blockchain was formulated in 1992 in a research paper, so the entire concept, the entire logic of the blockchain technology is to monitor the data digitally. So no one can alter the information digitally. It should be there. So that was the entire concept of the blockchain. But right now you can see that we have a lot of use case. We can run the smart contract, multi-purpose smart contract. We can do the cross change. We can take the cryptocurrency. So it's constantly improving. If you go back in history and if you compare now, you will find a lot of things, a lot of improvement in the blockchain. So that's the point one. Number two one we have is that cryptocurrency is just going through a normal product cycle. Your money and you can double your money very quickly. A lot of you have these kind of thoughts. And obviously it's good because there is a lot of fluctuations out there. You can gain money and you can lose money. But when the crypto price get down, a lot of you start criticizing, a lot of people start criticizing about the blockchain technology, that this technology is not going to take off. It has bad consequences. So blockchain is not totally restricted to the cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a byproduct of the technology, and it's just like any other product. Like we have normal product in our life, like just talk about the mouse. This is the product. This company will sometime make money, sometime will make more loss. It's just like that. So the cryptocurrency is just a bioproduct. It's going to a normal product cycle. So I really have no concern about the crypto price, whether it goes up, whether it goes down. I'm believing in the technology itself, that it has the potentials. So that's the point number two. And the third point we have is blockchain based security measure. It's really powerful because blockchain is known for security. It's give you the power to its user. No centralized and government authorization can control your data. You are the one who is reliable for giving your data. You can give whatever you want, you can restrict whatever you can. It's totally up to you. So that's the power. It's give you the power to its individual. Now, number four one we have is, and this one is quite fascinating. It's called DLT, Distributed Ledger Technology. This will allow you to store information on the blockchains. That means it's immutable. So if you know blockchain is a peer-to-peer network, your information is not stored in a particular computer, in not a centralized system. It is available on the chain, and there is a billions of computers are connected to the blockchains, and every single computer has your information. So if someone's do the changes in a particular computer, like, then other nodes can verify that and they will reset the entire transaction. So your data is secure and you can store as many data as you want. And that's the power. It's immutable. It will be there forever. No one can change that. That's the fourth point. The fifth point we have is standardization and collaborations. So right now we have multiple blockchains: Polygon, Solana, Ethereum, Acmele, like Chainlink. We have a lot of blockchains. And the best part of this blockchain that you can interconnect these blockchains. So if you have one data, if you have one cryptocurrency, you can transfer to the another blockchains using the bridges. So there is a new concept called bridges. It has some loopholes, it has some positive and negative side, but you can do that. So right now the communities are working to bring the secure bridge so you can transfer your data from one blockchain to the another one, keeping all the security measure in concern. So that's the power. You will see this will happen very soon. And still the proposal is going on. We have the concept of bridges. So if you haven't heard about it, make sure to read about the bridges, that what it can do and how it's work exactly. Okay. So that's the collaboration. Now the sixth one we have is a growing need for credible crypto bank. Right now we can see that we have a lot of flaws in a centralized banking system. You can see that what happened to the Silicon Valley Bank or other signature bank. The bank totally collapsed, and those who have put their money, they are losing it. They are losing it because those high authority made the bad decisions, and because of that the entire system is suffering. But blockchain can solve this problem because you have the power to control your money. You can take loan very easily. Just imagine that if you want to borrow any money from any bank, there is a lot of process you have to go through. Like you have to give something in credit, you have to give legal documentation. It takes a lot of times if you really want to get the loan out of it. But sometimes the loan gets rejected. But on the blockchain, you can take the loan very easily. Like you can ask for money to anyone, those who have the crypto, they can lend you, and you can borrow them from, and after that you can return. So there is a huge concept. If you don't understand that how the lending and borrowing work, how the flash loan works, I want you to read about it because it has power. It has power. Okay, so the banking system. Let's come back to the seventh one. It's called a potential ecosystem of specialized change. What I mean by that. So right now, if you look at the blockchains and their change and their protocol and their ecosystem, they have they are totally different from one another. Someone is following the proof of stake, someone is following the proof of work. Some blockchain has the transaction ratio very low, some has the faster. Some blockchain you will cost higher gas amount for deploying the contract, some will cost less. So there is a differences, and each blockchain has its own utility. So you have to know that which blockchain has more power, more use case, more utilities, and then you have to decide. The entire point of explaining each one of these, that each blockchain had its own uniqueness. So make sure you have to know about this, about the blockchains. Okay. Now, and the last point we have is transparency across industry. And that's the core feature of blockchain, because blockchain itself transparent. You can see all the data, you can see the entire transaction, that what data is there. You can trust. No one can alter the data if the data is assigned on the chain. No one can alter that. What happened in the centralized system? If you are ordering something, they are telling you that it's authentic product, but they can give you the fake product. How you can validate that? How you can validate that? But the same thing you can manage on the blockchain, since how the raw material got passed, in which factory it gone, how they who manufactured them, who was the distributor, which place it got, then how you got to receive. All of the things you can manage very easily on the blockchains. The system is very simple. So these are the 8 points which I strongly believe, and my entire faith, my entire career is based on this 8 point, that it's going to take off definitely. It's going to be the future of technology, blockchains. Right now you will see multiple projects are getting involved. Right now dedicated companies are giving huge focus in the field of DeFi section. Decentralized finance is one of the biggest things. Distributed ledger is one of the biggest things. Like back in 2020, Dubai will become the first country to manage the entire legal document of their country on the distributed ledger system, DLT. So they became the first country to adapt this distributed ledger. Every single country is going to adapt this technology because it will give you the transparency and trust. That's the entire thing which I want to tell you about the blockchain and why it's going to be the future in technology and what I believe. I know this video is already too long, but that's what I think and that's how I look at the technology, because a lot of you have a lot of confusions. When you watch any video on YouTube, someone's criticizing the technology, you get scared. Should you have to learn or should you need to avoid it? You get scared. You don't need to trust them. You have to look, do the research and just see the utilities, that what are the problem it solve. Okay. So with that, I'm ending this video. I already have spoken a lot, and if you still have any confusion, any doubt, any question, let me know in the comment section. I definitely try to help you with that. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.